Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
Time for our tale of the tape. And here is the destroyer, Conor Benn.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a... These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. He misses with that jab. Nice veteran move here to hold on to his opponent to slow down the momentum. These two were made for each other. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
It's so hot, it's so heated, there's a roof on here, you don't understand. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating, this can be hellfire on here.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Fantastic punch.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
Good counter punching from both these fighters. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to... And he will hold here, and good thing he did because he was getting beaten up.
They need to be worried that the referee's not going to throw them out the ring and disqualify them both.
These two were made for each other. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Lands with the right counter. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker.
On to the second round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
He gets out of the way of that left hand. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. A perfect counter lands. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one's dare do anything out of turn.
Good punch. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
The bell rings and we start the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. In these middleweight type of fights, Johnny, you're obviously not going to see the speed you see in some of the lighter divisions or the power you see in some of the heavier divisions, but you sort of get the best of both worlds.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is a heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
Oh, and they just got their bell rung. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. What is this fighter doing? There's nothing behind these punches. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Left punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Good left counter that lands. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of...
Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Nice counter shot with the right hand. Better be careful, the referee may take a point if he keeps clinching. They both want a highlight reel knockout. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Why are they throwing punches? They should be playing defense right now. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Nice counter punch. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Offensive display, landing that left counter. That punch landed. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Got the momentum, they got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
It's so important now.
There's the bell to start round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. That left counter was perfectly timed. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Special one goes to the canvas.
One, two, three, four, five.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues. Both men step back for just a moment.
God, we've seen much more, much better. We've been spoiled. I'm not being unfair. I'm not being unfair saying it's a little boring. It's not boring. We've probably just been spoiled.
What a world championship fight we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen. Punch, counter punch. They score with that left hand. Great counter right hand there. Catch and shoot. These punches coming from every angle. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
I love that. I love that. That's just great.
Here we go in the 6th round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
There's a counter shot. That one lands. Perfect counter shot. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. And he's being smothered here in the clinch and can't get his shots off. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
Round 7, here we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. When we talk about a fighter, and he's being smothered here in the clinch and can't get his shots off. That punch lands. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter right hand again. Nice counter. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. The courage on display here is incredible. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Don't change too much yet.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Beautiful counter punch. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Good counter left hand there. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Both men step back for just a moment.
Todd, we've seen much more, much better. We've been spoiled. I'm not being unfair. I'm not being unfair saying it's a little boring. It's not boring.
Nice veteran move here to hold on to his opponent to slow down the momentum. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside.
And he will hold here, and good thing he did, because he was getting beat. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Johnny, it was a very close fight until the end. In the end, we get a split decision.
A split decision, you know what? I feel sorry for the loser, because heart and soul was laid out right there. Everything was left in the ring. There's no regrets, and we had a good time as well. They did the work. We enjoyed the action. Split decision. Totally agree with it. You never know. We might see it all over again.